Hey, this is Tom Callos with a daily message for you. I hope that you're having a good day. Okay, I have 3 don'ts and 3 do's for martial arts school owners and instructors. Don't number 1, don't pay someone to do your website for you. Learn to do it yourself. It's incredibly easy. It's gotten easier in just the last 6 months. You don't waste your money paying somebody to do your website for you. Websites being free, you're going to have multiple websites. You don't have anything to lose. They all lead to the same spot. If you want to know more about how that's happening, you're going to have to call me, but I'll fill you in. Save you hundreds, and maybe thousands, and maybe tens of thousands of dollars. Okay, don't pay retail prices for studio space. And almost every lease is renegotiable. If you ever want to talk about that, again, give me a call, because it may not happen in every situation, but 50% of the time you'll be able to renegotiate a lease even if you're into it deep. Don't listen to any consulting firm, any billing service, any association, national association, or anybody who tries to help you in your martial arts school. If they even hint at anything that's slippery or smelly or just isn't the kind of behavior that we want to see a master instructor do, you don't have to. There's lots of honest people out there, but there's this whole vein in the martial arts community that's been heavily influenced by health club sales and Arthur Murray dance studios and all that, and we just have to move completely away from that. I talked to a guy today who said he was involved with a prominent martial arts consulting organization / billing service, whatever, and that most all of the black belts that were in the organization that he was in, by the time they got their black belt and spent all that money, they hated the organization. And I said, really, that's really weird, because it ought to be exactly the opposite. They should be a part of your family. But when you're constantly hammering people for money and money becomes the primary focus, people are going to hate you. So you really have to get your priorities straight. And remember, when you drive in your car, right, just a little turn of the wheel to the left or right doesn't seem like a lot at first. Man, you can be off in left field, down the road. So keep the focus on quality martial arts and martial arts behavior. 3 do's. Do make diet and food a part of your self-defense program. Now, you might have to be like Gandhi, right? Because this is what I'm going through, is that there's this famous story of how Gandhi's, a woman came up and said, could you talk to my son? He's eating too much sugar, and I'm worried about him. So Gandhi said, come back and see me next week. And so the gal comes back, the boy comes in, Gandhi gives his lecture, and the mom comes up to him after and says, I didn't take very long. Why didn't you just do that last week? And he said, well, first I had to stop eating sugar. So maybe you'll have to fix your own diet first. That's a win-win. But you should, based on how many things, illnesses and even death are food-related, to have a self-defense program, to own self-defense in your community, and not to talk about food. I don't know. It seems like you're cutting out a big part of the market. And it would be good for everybody in your sphere of influence. You do want to learn how to own a subject. Own a subject in your community. And that's a little bit, it's a little detailed. If you need help with that, my phone number is right here on the screen. And then do go through every one of your students every week, 52 weeks out of the year, give or take, for a couple holidays. But what you want to do is you want to sift through them with the sifter and look for problems before they've happened. Who's missing a class? Who's missed their test? Whose parents don't we know? Who's behind financially? Maybe we can help them. You look for things that are going to go wrong before they go wrong. And if you've been around teaching for a while, you can pretty much make a list of everything that could go wrong. You might be surprised once in a while, but for the most part, you know what's coming that keeps people from becoming steady, long-term, consistent students. Look for those things in advance by going through all your students once a week. Go through every single card, make sure the cards are a representation of the student, and then you do that and you catch things long in advance. And it's a lot less expensive to keep a student than it is to get a new one. All right, this is Tom Callos. I'm the head of the 100. You can see us at thenewwaynetwork.com. And I hope you have a happy holidays and expect a few other messages from now till Christmas.